I'm Amy Kelly for TooeleTV on location here for the fundraiser of the Friends of the Children's Justice Center, and joining me is Harry Shinton, who is the chairman of the organization. Tell me how you got involved, Harry.
How I got involved with the Friends Board of the Children's Justice Center is because when I left the sheriff's office, I wanted to stay involved in community affairs. And after the many years that I was an investigator, kids are very special. And it was an opportunity that I could use some expertise that I had and also help the community and then benefit some children. That's what got me involved.
You said benefit with some of the expertise that you have. What is that?
For over 10 years, I was a criminal investigator with the sheriff's office. And in that capacity, I've had I was going to say opportunity, but it's the responsibility to interview children that had either been physically abused, sexually abused, or emotionally abused, and try to get them the help that they need and also go after prosecution for the perpetrator of the crime. The Children's Justice Center's Friends Board is the fundraising arm for the Children's Justice Center. And the Children's Justice Center provides that opportunity for those children to be interviewed in a comfortable setting like a home, instead of being a sterile setting like a district attorney's office or in a courtroom or in their own home where the perpetrator may actually reside. So it has to do with making the victim feel comfortable, but yet the Children's Justice Center cannot operate on the money that's allocated from the state of Utah. And of course, Tooele County, in their financial situation, they no longer provide funding, so it's up to the Friends Board, which is made up all of volunteers, about 35 of us, and we hold functions much as you see today to raise money to give to the Children's Justice Center. Now that money goes for anything that the director wants, like we bought video cameras, we bought sound systems, we have bought furniture, we have bought teddy bears, we have bought quilts, we have paid for training for local law enforcement to attend the schooling that they need to become better at their job. So that's the purpose of the Friends Board, which is separate from the Children's Justice Center itself.
Wonderful. And you said that it's not just things that the office or that the facility needs itself, but things that could provide comfort for the children, it sounds like.
Of course. There's nothing, and I've learned this many years ago in law enforcement, you go to an accident scene and you have a stuffed teddy bear and you give it to an injured child. That helps in the healing process, even though they're still hurt. And at the Children's Justice Center, we have teddy bears, we have quilts, we have stuff that we actually give to the children. And of course, a lot of it is donated. But then we have to actually go out and buy a lot of stuff too.
So if there's a list of needs, what would you say is at the top of the list right now?
Cash.
We all need some of that, right?
Well, the Children's Justice Center, we now have a new director. And the new director is going to take the Justice Center in the path that they think is most efficient and effective. But yet it takes money to do those things. Every day, and I mean literally every day, somebody will walk in with a check for $10, here's $5 cash, and it's the community involvement that makes it so successful. And I have to share with you, recently the county attorney met with us and explained that the Tooele Children's Justice Center is being used as an example for other justice centers around the state because of the effectiveness of our three-prong approach. The Attorney General's office provides funding, local municipalities provide funding, and then the Friends Board goes out and provides funding. So it's a three-prong approach that makes it so successful. Other centers around the state do not have that approach.
Oh my goodness. So they're using you as the total model then?
Right, yes.
Wonderful. Now, how long has it been in operation here in Tooele?
Children's Justice Center, 15 plus years.
Not bad.
Yeah, and when it first started, they were in an older home. This is the second home that we've had. And there's always problems with an older home.
Sure.
Maintenance issues is a concern. And so these are things that we have to take care of. But our number one, our primary, our main goal, our objective, what's best for children.
And that is really where it's at. I mean, and obviously you've got a good turnout today. What other events do you hold throughout the year to raise those kind of funds?
We have our annual, what we call Black Tie Blue Jean Fundraiser, which will be November the 9th. And this year's theme is Western/Cowboys. And it's going to be held at the Deseret Peak on November the 9th. And it's going to be we usually raise $15,000 to $18,000 a year at that. It's dinner. It's a game night. We actually have a professional company come in to assist with board games. And this year, I went out on a limb, and we have rented a mechanical bull. So those individuals that would like to ride a bull.
Now, are you going to get on it?
Oh, of course.
I would pay to see that.
Okay. A lot of people probably would pay to see me get off of it at a high rate of speed. But it will be at Deseret Peak on November the 9th. Would encourage people to come. Dinner, a fun activity, and it helps the CJC.
Wonderful. And where do people go to find out more information on ways to get involved?
Well, they can go to 25 South 100 East in Tooele.
Okay.
That is the Children's Justice Center building.
Okay.
For the Friends Board, we're always seeking volunteers. And I need to tell you that the volunteer could be someone that says, I want to help with this project only, or I would like to help a few hours a week. It's pretty much what their time would allow them to do. We will have something that they can be successful in doing.
Wonderful. So you'll find a way to fit them in, regardless.
Oh, of course. Of course. It may be answering a phone for an hour, but there is something that everyone who can find a little time to volunteer for children, we can help, and they will help us.
Wonderful. And really, could there be a better goal than to helping a child? I don't think so.
No. And the feeling, the emotional feeling that you get when someone says thank you because you have helped this child through a traumatic event, you can't describe it.
And that's really, it's priceless.
It is. It's what it's all about. You're helping these children overcome a difficult situation. They're going to remember for the rest of their life, but how do they remember it?
Exactly.
You can turn a negative into a positive.
That's it right there. And I think on that note, we should end with this, turning a negative into a positive by helping with, of course, the Friends of the Children's Justice Center. And Harry, you've been awesome. Thank you for taking the time to join with us today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. And remember, it's about children.
It is. And thanks for watching. I'm Amy Kelly.